excuse the dishwasher. It's working right now. But as I think of this goddamn election, you know, they keep trying to dance around what the hell the issue is. And the fact is that there's a huge segment of the public that will not vote a woman as president, for president of the United States. That's what it is. It's sexism. Less racism, it's sexism. And, I mean, they go to the extreme to vote for a convicted felon, a rapist, a man that was involved in inciting an insurrection, a man whose incompetence caused a massive pandemic, costing over 1 million lives, a man who tanked the economy as soon as he got in there. That shit. And it didn't matter how bad he was. It was the fact his opponent was a woman. And there's still a lot of people, there's still a lot of people who really believe women can't lead. They're hormones. You know, they're emotional. They can't handle the likes of Putin. They can't handle anything. They're just such delicate little flowers. And then you find out, and you know, it's hard to find a complete list of all the women who've ever, from 1960 onward, who have been heads of government, whether as presidents or prime ministers. Not royalty. That doesn't count in this day and age, unless they have actual political power. Although women have been doing it for thousands of years. If you do, when I say doing it, being leaders of empires and countries for thousands of years, if you include monarchies in the mix. But monarchies back then actually had power. These days, it's seldom that they do, outside of maybe Saudi Arabia and a handful of other places. But according to this article, which was from October of this year, about a third of UN member states have ever had a woman leader. So there are women who lead countries. And the first one was Ceylon back in 1960, now known as Sri Lanka. And it was, oh gosh, it was, what's her name? Sirimavo Bandaranaike or something. I know I've mangled her name. But she began her first term as prime minister in 1960. And then, to much fanfare, there were two more who were prime ministers. And of course, that was Indira Gandhi in 1966 and Golda Meir in 1969 in Israel. And that was a big deal. And they've gradually increased their presence over the last 60 years. Worldwide, according to this Pew article, the number of countries that have had women leaders has risen steadily since 1990. The biggest single-year increase occurred in 2010 when 5 countries, Australia, Costa Rica, I don't know what the hell, Kyrgyzstan, I don't know, I can't pronounce shit, and Trinidad and Tobago were led by a woman for the first time. 60 countries have ever had a woman leader. And 1960, and let's see, and it goes to 2024, so 60 total. And this is kind of hard to see. It looks like women have never led a country, looking at this, but actually they have. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this. There's a lot more than, it's a lot more than that map shows, so I have no idea what the hell they're doing here. Mia Mottley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, is the longest serving woman currently in office. Mottley has been in power for more than 6 years. And the title of the longest serving woman head of government in modern history is held by former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, or whatever. Hasina has spent more than 20 total years in power, but resigned and fled Bangladesh earlier this year when mass protests against the quota system for government jobs turned into a more violent movement against her government. And then she was also the oldest woman leader. A few notable woman leaders are not included in this analysis. For example, Kosovo currently has a woman president, but is excluded because it is not a UN member state. In San Marino, we excluded Francesca Civercia or something, one of two captains regent of a small European nation appointed earlier this week, because the position is jointly held. And then it says here, former women leaders such as, whatever her name is, in Taiwan, and ditto for Myanmar, formerly Burma, are excluded for similar reasons: lack of UN leader membership and lack of clear government control, respectively. And so, really, it would just be nice to have a list of all of them. And it's easier said than done. But anyway, my point is, women have always been leaders. And in the United States, literally thousands of women have held leadership positions in government. You can go as small as school boards on up to senators and governors. They've held all kinds of positions. And they've run for president of the United States, both women in both political parties. We had one and have one as a VP right now. So they can lead. They can lead. It ain't about their damn hormones. So, you know, it's just that it's this male entitlement that they think women owe them their bodies and their time and their emotions, and they're just not going to change anytime soon. And the GOP ground game, so-called, was all online, because there's a massive number of dudes that are, a lot of them porn sick, that are into this men's rights shit. So they decided to tap into that. They decided to tap into the Joe Rogan crowd. And so Trump prevailed where he shouldn't have. But it wasn't so much they were pro-Trump. Yeah, they were to a degree. They were anti-Harris because she's a woman. So that's that. And women are going to just be under a lot of shit. I try not to think about it. I try to go out and enjoy things and concentrate on my hobbies and my interests and my work and all that, because this stuff will eat me alive if I worry too much about it. And we're going to brace for the worst and hope for the best. So anyway, that's it.